Grammar knowledge isn't the only thing you will have gained on the Language House's 4-week course. By the end of your course, you will have earned your very own TEFL certificate. The road to that certificate isn't going to be a piece of cake. You're going to have to work hard. But, and maybe we're biased, it will totally be worth it. By the time you graduate from the Language House, you will have completed several methodology projects. You will have taught 9 to 12 classes to actual English language learners, and you will have made many new friends. That may seem like a lot crammed into 4 weeks, but when you get your first TEFL job, you'll know it will have been worth it. Let's take a look at one of those sentences again. By the time you graduate, you will have completed the project. Here we have 2 events in the future. And the 2 events are connected in this sentence. One is a deadline, your graduation date, and one is the activity you will have completed by that deadline, the project. 2 connected events in one sentence. That seems familiar. Where have we seen that before? Oh yeah, this is a perfect tense. And as we know, perfect tenses connect 2 events in time. Let's look at some other perfect tenses. You had already finished the project when you graduated. Past perfect connects 2 past activities. You have recently finished the project. Present perfect connects a past activity to the present time. You will have finished the project by the time you graduate. This is a future perfect sentence, and it connects 2 events in the future. Future perfect simple is used with a future event or date, a deadline, and the deadline is usually in the present simple tense, or it's simply a time or a date. The future perfect part of the sentence is used for the future event which will have been completed by that future deadline, like turning in a report. I will have turned in the report by 8 p.m. 8 p.m. is my deadline. I might turn in the report very soon, or I might turn in the report moments before the deadline. But if I turn in the report after the deadline, I would use the future perfect in the negative. I won't have turned in the report by 8 p.m. Let's check out the structure. Subject plus will plus have plus the past participle. If we want to make a future perfect simple sentence into a question, simply switch will and the subject and add a question mark. Will I have finished? Let's see if you can make a sentence. By our wedding day, now our wedding day is the deadline in the future, what will we have done? We will have sent the invitations. What else? We will have hired the caterer. Don't forget the most important part. We will have ordered the cake. These future perfect activities will all have been completed by the deadline of our wedding. Let's look at another sentence. We will have been waiting for 5 hours by the time the plane leaves. What's our deadline in this sentence? The plane leaves. And what activity will have finished? Well, our waiting will have finished. But in this sentence, we are emphasizing the duration of our waiting. We will have been waiting for 5 hours. And so, we use a tense that emphasizes duration. We use the future perfect continuous to represent a future ongoing event with duration that will be completed by a future deadline. Let's look at both of these tenses on a timeline. We will have eaten lunch by the time the plane leaves. In this sentence, we are not emphasizing the duration of lunch. We are simply stating that lunch will have been finished before we take off. We will have been waiting 5 hours by the time the plane leaves. Here we are obviously emphasizing the duration of our wait, and we represent it differently on the timeline. Let's look at the difference in structure. Future perfect simple is the subject plus will plus have plus the past participle. Future perfect continuous is the subject plus will plus have plus been plus the present participle. Here are a few examples. By July, we will have been dating for a year. Sounds like the beginning of an ultimatum. Notice how in this sentence, I'm emphasizing the duration of time. Here's another. By 2018, I will have been living in Prague for 6 years. Best 6 years of my life. Notice how in future perfect continuous, I'm emphasizing the duration of time. Want to have the best years of your life? Come teach with us. Visit thelanguagehouse.net for more information.